you should have a little bit proper knowledge on how to make forms, that is using HTML. Correct. Today, what we'll be doing is we'll try to make a little bit of, we'll try to give a small header, and maybe we'll try to make a small website. Okay. I already have it. I think it was already there in the last class as well, but we were not able to. We are looking at something else. So today we'll cover that. And yeah, okay. So a lot of people are still joining in. Okay, I think we should wait for another 1 or 2 minutes. Otherwise, people will still be joining in. Guys, any doubts in last class? Anything you want to know? No? If there is any doubts, I think we can cover for 1 or 2 minutes, or you can wait till the end. Anything is fine. Okay, I think we can get started. I think we'll wait for just 1 more minute. All right. All right, guys. Please switch on your cameras. Hello. Please switch on your cameras. Also, hello, Pratik. Hello, Niharika. I can see a lot of people. Pradeep, Vedasahi, Priya, Shreyas. All right. Good. Divros and Bhaskar. Okay, good. Prakash as well. Good. Okay. So what we are going to do today is we are going to be learning CSS from basic. I think I cover a little amount of selectors in the last class. Today we'll be looking at how to get the combination of selectors, and also how to actually design, and what is padding, what is padding, what is margin. We'll be looking at what is width and height. We'll be looking at what are types of colors, how do we use colors, right? So all of that we'll be looking at. So let's just go about, let me share my screen, and we'll go about what we learned in the last class. We'll just have a small brief. Okay, we'll have a small remedy, just going through what we learned in the last class. Okay, so last class, let me start the live server. Yes. Okay. So this is what we learned. We learned about forms in particular, correct? We learned about different types of inputs which we have given in the last in the form. So again, just a brief of what we have learned. Let's go to the session. Okay, here's that section. Okay, so here is the heading of the contact us form, correct? And then the form tag starts, and there is two attributes, that is action and method. Action is basically where the form will end up, and what type of method we are using to send the form, correct? Then we have used a little bit of div here and there to divide the contents, and we have put, I think, 4-5 inputs. In particularly, we have used text. I think, yeah, 2 places there we have used. Also, we have used date. We have used radio, right? And we have used checkbox, password.
हेलो
Correct?
हाँ
I
सर
had, yeah.
जो फॉर्म का जो एक्शन है इसमें एक सेकेंड ये यूजर डेटा डॉट पीएचपी क्यों यूज लिया है आपने
Okay. So this is the end point of the form. मतलब अगर आप कोई भी, मतलब the final destination of this form, अब अगर आप submit click करोगे तो where will the data go to?
हाँ बट
Right?
सर
So the Mhm,
हाँ सर
mhm.
सर मेरा एक डाउट था
हाँ,
क्योंकि हमने अभी तक है ना फ्रंट एंड का
mhm.
ही हमारा चल रहा है तो यहाँ पे अभी तो डेटा आगे ले जाने का कोई ज्यादा मैं आप
हाँ,
समझ रहे हो ना
हाँ, हाँ.
हाँ
तो मैं the reason I have told this is because it is not needed. मतलब ये हटा भी सकते हो.
हाँ
This is not needed at all for now for front end. अगर आप कनेक्ट करोगे, मतलब आप फॉर्म लिख रहे हो, तो यू विल बी कनेक्टिंग इट इन द बैक एंड समवेयर, मे बी नॉट इमीडिएटली, लेकिन समवेयर यू विल बी कनेक्टिंग ना. तो इसीलिए
हाँ
आई हैव जस्ट टोल्ड दैट दिस इज हाउ यू कनेक्ट.
बट सर मेरा एक और डाउट था हम अगर एक्शन से जेएस के थ्रू डेटा फेच करवाए तो वो कैसे करवा सकते हैं
JS के थ्रू यू कैन नॉट फेच द डेटा, यू कैन डू इट विद जेसन.
जेसन फाइल ओके
जेसन फाइल के कर सकते हो.
Okay, got it.
Okay, yeah. JS is majorly scripting language. Even if you're routing to JS, no, it will go through JSON only.
Okay.
Okay, don't worry. I'll explain in. Okay, array. So many people are coming in now. Okay, so basically, if you are still routing it through JS also, what is JS? It's a script file. It is not going to take the data anywhere. It is going to send somewhere. Either it will send to JSON file or PHP file or any type of SQL file. ठीक है. So any backend पे जहां जहां जा रहा है वहीं पे भेजेगा JS also. It's only a scripting language, not a storage capacity. Right? JSON and PHP and MySQL जहां पे भी यूज होने वाली है, they're all will be storing the data completely. Correct? Okay, yeah, that's a really good question, Saurabh. Okay, ऐसे ही अगर कोई questions आता रहे, please everybody do unmute and talk. Okay, so just a recap again. Text we have used. I have told the name, why we are using the name. Okay, let me also give the clarity. Okay, the reason we are using name, okay, is because of this file. What I mean is, user data.php, in that format, in PHP format or JSON format or Excel format, whatever, wherever you are storing it, वहां पे you will get this as the name. आपको you will not get it as first name. ठीक है? That means you will not see it as first name. You will see it whatever you give here. So that is the reason, if you're sending the data somewhere, you have to give the name as, and within the colon as f name or email. यहाँ पे नहीं दिया है तो you have to give it as ID. Name. This is email. So this is what you will find in the back end. In the front end, you will see this. Okay, a user will see this, but in the back end, the file, this will be stored. Okay, that is why you're using name here. Okay, okay, that is good. This is something really important. I think I missed out in the last class also. So remember that the reason you are using name here is because of the back end process. That is what you'll find it. In the front end, you will give like this, or label, you can give whatever you want, right? But in the back end, if you want to find the data, you have to find with this name. Okay, good. Let's move on. Yeah, I was also talking about the placeholder. This is what inside the text box you will see this type of display, right? This will be displayed for the user. And ID, we think we spoke about why the ID is being used, where we'll be using it inside the label, correct? So this is what we learned in the last class. Okay, and also in the last class, I think I stopped at selectors. So we'll go through the selectors one last time actually, so that you will have a proper information about the selectors. Okay, now what is the selector? Now we are no longer learning HTML. We are learning or jumping into CSS. Okay, we are jumping into CSS. Let me open up my whiteboard as well, so that heading has to be written. We'll do it there. Okay, so I hope all of you do remember the full form of CSS, right? It is a cascading style sheet. मतलब क्या है? What is the whole concept of it? The concept is it is all visual effects. मतलब कलर चेंज करना हो, पैडिंग डालना हो, या विथ चेंज करना हो, या कुछ ऐसा करना हो कि just hold on. Yeah. Okay. So whatever you want to visually see, right? You'll be doing it through CSS. Okay. Okay. So let's have a small example. So this is how currently the website is looking, right? I have started yes, this is how the website is looking, right? Because I have disabled the CSS, right? So let me remove the styling here. Oh, sorry, let me put back the styling here and see how it is actually working. Let me save this file. Let's go back to the, yeah. So this is the most visual change you will see, correct? Because the color is here, okay, and there is also buttons which is working. We'll talk about what type of button, where will it go, how will it work, all of that we'll look at. Okay, so the most significant change, if you got to know, let me close this. Yeah, the most significant change you can get to know is that the menu button has, it was it was in the portrait, that is up to down, correct? It was in the, now it's in the horizontal position. It was vertical before, now it's horizontal. How, why, and how can we change anything here? Okay, that is what we look at. But before we get into that, let's go back and learn again a small or a little more detail on what are these selectors, how do we use them. Okay, I think in the last class we learned there are three type of selectors, correct? One is the ID selector, second is the class selector, okay, and the third is the element selector. Also, I think I did not mention this in the last class, there is a hierarchy. Okay, now what is a hierarchy? Hierarchy matlab, if you put something, uh, okay, I think in the last class I had asked you, I had put two types of colors and I had asked you, Konsa, what color will be shown, right? And Gautam said, sir, this color will be shown because of the most, latest color, right? I hope you remember. What did Gautam say? He said the most, latest color is what will be displayed. For example, I said, no, I said body. इसके अंदर I put a color, color equals, let's say, red. Okay, and also same thing I did again, and let's give this green. Okay, so this is what I did in the last class, right? And I asked you, what color will the body be now? Because I've given red also, I've given green also, right? And Gautam specifically said it is going to be green. Why? Because of the latest color, correct? Yes. Now, also remember, this is a elementer, or sorry, this is a element, correct? If in case I had used a class dot, let's say dot body type or something, some class name I had given, okay, which was for the same body. Okay, let me put in the code and explain to you in more properly. Let's say class 3 dot html. Let me bring out. Okay, so let's just copy paste that. This is supposed to be within styles. Okay, so let's assume this is what we have right now. Okay, and let's put some, we'll give body class as this body type. Okay, this is the class name we are giving, correct? Now, what will be the color? Can somebody put in the chat box and tell? Right? It's the same thing, correct? Here also it's for body only. Here also it's for body only. The hierarchy will come because now, because I've used class here, this is what will be shown. Let's save this and let's look at the output. Okay, I don't think the output is showing. Just a minute. No, we are running for something else. Hold on. Again, not because there's nothing there to show. Let's say p tag something. Something we put and save. Okay. So now it's red. Why? Right? Why? If we had said something like this, both are elements, correct? Both are elements. यहाँ पे भी element है, वहाँ पे भी element है. Now if you save and go, not this, this is it. Now it's green, correct? Look, it's both and same for the, it's both is for the same tag. Lekin because of the hierarchy, correct? There will be a little overtaking. मतलब अगर आप पहले, if you're using class first, then that will be taken as the first thing. If you're using ID first, then ID will be the first thing. Okay, that is why it is like this. First hierarchy will always go like this: ID first, then second class, then third, that is element. Say that agar aap you just wanted one particular thing, so you have styled element somewhere. अगर p tag के लिए आप कहीं पे कुछ styling दे चुके हो, अगर if you have given a a p tag styling somewhere, later on you change the styling using the id tag or class tag, or if you have used id tag before and you want to use p tag, it will not be overwritten because you are using the id tag. This is the hierarchy the coding will follow. Okay, first if it's written somewhere in the id tag for p tag itself, then the hierarchy doesn't matter how many times you want to change, it will not change. If you want to change it, then you have to add id only. Okay, let's look at it practically and see again with a small example. Okay, so let me just say, let's go back. I think I'll bring some content back in. Let me, where was that? Yeah, so this is the one which we were using. Let's stop the port. Okay, so what is the content we have here currently? Okay, there is a main section. That means, yeah, the border, yeah, here is the body section, right? And these are all the stylings for css, correct? Now when you want to design something, there are 2 to 3 variations. Okay, so for that, when you are using first, these are the first selectors, right? id, class, element. When you are using any of these, if you are just using the element here, see, I have used only the elements: body, header or main, footer, only the elements. Okay, and if I let's say I want to change the body section here, body section, not body, let's say header section यहाँ पे, or I want to open and close. So here if I change anything, it will change color. Let's say I want it in blue and I terminate. Okay, now because I have already said the padding of this particular thing is different. Okay, and okay, let's keep it constant. Let me change this to padding. Okay, and instead of 20, let me say 40. Okay, now it will change. Why? Because it is like this. It is a element. If I say that it is not element, it is an id. Okay, if I give this an id, let's say header 1. Now go back here in the header, I will give it a id. id equals header 1. This is the id name I am giving. You can give whatever name you want. It's an alphanumeric thing. You can give any name you want. Correct? Alright, guys, please join in on the class at the right time. Right? So this is the id. Okay. Now, if I want to change, it will not change. Why? Because I have given the header here. Sorry, the header 1 as the id here. Okay. Also, when you want to use id, when you want to use class, when you want to use elements, okay, for id you will use like this. For elements you can directly call their names: body, nav, main, footer, whatever, you can directly call the elements. But if you are using id, you have to use the hashtag. I think I told this in the last class also, correct? You have to use the hashtag. If you are calling the class, okay, if you're calling the class, then it is always dot class name. I hope again this is again a refresh for what we did in the last class. I have already told this, right? So whatever the class name is, you have to give to call that class. Again, it's like calling. Okay, now this is for header. And now if I want to change the header here, it will not change because I've already set it to 20 here already. It will not change. It will not change. Css. and external CSS. Very easy concept. We can finish it very quickly and we can move on to other things. Okay. Let's learn what is inline CSS. Okay. Inlines, it is not in the header section. So back just to a minute. It is not in the header section. Inside the tag itself, you are giving a style. Okay? Inside the tag itself, you are giving a style. That is style equals and whatever. We can provide master this. So let's put blue. Okay, and
Hello, sir.
you turn.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes, Sahas.
Sir, due to some
Yes, tell me.
emergency, I have to quit this class. Can I see the recording part of this class, sir? Please, it's some emergency, sir.
Sure. Sure. No
Okay.
problem. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for telling me also.
Thank you.
Put it in. No problem. You can leave. No, you can
Yes.
leave.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is what inline is. That means you're directly putting it inside the tag itself. What type of styling you want with that tag. Okay. This is what we call as inline, and the most trouble or the most headache type of using CSS. Why? Because if you are using, let's say, very how to say, very strong CSS or a very very visually too appealing or very heavy CSS file, okay, not CSS file, CSS design, then the website will take a lot of time loading. Okay, that is why we avoid this. We avoid at any cost unless it's very necessary. Okay, it is very bad practice to use inline unless it's very for something very important and you want only for this and you cannot go to external file and write this. Okay, so always note that there is a possibility. Okay, you can give anything you want, the font, the width, whatever jo bhi aapko you want to give, you can definitely give it here directly without writing anywhere else. Okay, font is 20. Yes, Manoj, yes, you've raised a hand.
Sir, like inline will work faster, no, sir? Like if we do external
Okay,
compared to.
inline will work faster, but what if there is so much of inline text? Okay, in the see, it will work fast when there is little amount of CSS. But in a website, there is so many different pages with so much of information, so much of coloring going on, so much of width and padding going on. Correct? All of that being loaded together inside the HTML will take a lot of time.
Okay.
When you are loading it from different locations, what happens is first HTML complete structure will be loaded, right? That means everything will be seen at least. At least if it's not, if the color is not coming, at least the text will be seen.
Yes, sir.
Correct? At least something will be seen. Then slowly the CSS styling will come in, the border will come in, the font will change, the colors, the font size will change, whatever it is. Then it is slowly being changed. Correct?
Yes,
If
sir.
everything is in the same HTML file, that loading itself will take time.
Okay, sir.
Right? That is the main disadvantage for using inline.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, and also when you are using inline, okay, you cannot give a lot. There's also a little hierarchy issues here. Okay,
Okay, sir.
what I mean by hierarchy issues, I told you about this hierarchy, selector hierarchy, that is index, sorry, ID, class, and element. Correct. But when you are giving a inline style, this is the most this is the first priority hierarchy. Okay, here the first priority hierarchy was for ID.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and for inline external and internal, the first hierarchy is for the inline. Manoj, if you have any questions, you can unmute again. No problem. Okay. Okay. So again, this is the hierarchy which you have to follow. If you are writing it in style, sorry, if you are writing it in inline, the hierarchy will be given to the inline first, then internal, then external file. It is the reverse here. Okay. For selectors, however, it is for the ID first, class second, element third. For inline, internal, and external, first hierarchy or the first preference is given to inline. Yes, clear? Now let's move on. This is inline, and you can give whatever you want. But because of the usage, it will take a lot of time loading. Okay. Now, next is internal CSS. That is what will come under the head tag, the one which I have put it in comment. Okay. Okay. One is giving another. I think that is not needed. Okay. Okay. One is not. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. So this is what we call as in sorry internal CSS. Whatever you write, whatever the CSS you want to write will can come in the tag called as style. Okay, inside the style tag you can give whatever the style you want. Okay, using selectors, any type of selectors. Okay, again if you're using selectors, if you're using style, right, you'll be majorly working with selectors, either id, either class, either element, right, or you'll be using something called as combinations. That is what we'll look at next. Okay, so we have already looked at how to link the files, correct? Let me show the external file. I think we had created one. Yes. So visuals is what I have created. So let me bring that up. Okay, this is the file, right? This is whatever is in the text. Let's copy the same thing and put it into our external file. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to remove this as well. So let's go to visuals. I'm going to paste it here. Okay. Now this is a visuals.css file. Correct. And same way, I will just copy paste it. Let's link this file to the CSS file. Okay. How do we do? We use something called link. Yeah. Here we go. We use wing. So this is the link attribute. Sorry, link tag, and there are the two attributes which this has. This is a relation and the href. Okay. Relation is always going to be style sheet because CSS is a style sheet. Correct. And href is basically the location where the file located is what you want to put in. If the file is located somewhere else, you'll put the direct path here. Okay. If the file is inside the particular folder, okay, inside the nodes, all those folders will be there, right? So in that way, you can directly give the name. Yes. Here we go. Okay. Let's just save this. Okay. Let's actually make this comment now and say save. Let's look at the output. We are running some other stuff. So this is the normal output, correct? Without linking the file. Let's link the file and see. Let's remove this. We have done. Come back now. There's a little bit of changes. Okay. So what changes? How to do it is what we will learn next. Okay. Before that, let's learn about selector combinations. Okay. We learn about selectors. Let's look at the different types of selector combinations we can make. Okay. For that, let me take a small example. Let's go into about the steps. Let's come here. Let me make a visual. And let me say a button. I think button we have already touched on. Okay. So save this. Let me be here. It goes with the action. Correct. Now, what is the whole concept of a selector and how do we use multiple types of selector combinations is what we look at. Okay. First of all, let's this element selector. Yes. So if you want to use an element selector, let's call all this one. Click here, one. Okay. Now I have three buttons here. Two. Yeah. So this is what is and we have three buttons here. Okay. give take a share. Okay, okay. Save and it is coming down. Okay, let's not give. Okay, okay. So we have to sort out all the paddings. Okay, okay. So how do we use different type of selectors? Now all of these are elementals. Correct? All of these are elements. Let's say I want to change a little bit of things here. So what I do is I come to CSS file. Okay, so let's go to the CSS file. I write button. Okay, and I close. I say color or say background color. Around let's say this. Okay, okay, and I save. Let's see what the output. All my buttons are in aqua color. Correct. Let's say I need a little bit of border. Say two. Fine. Okay, okay. So there is a little bit of border. I think you cannot see. So let's add in the color also. No, wait. Yeah. Now there is a little bit of border. Okay. You can also add a border color if needed. Let's say black. Distinguish. It's coming back to pixels. This raise to 5. Sorry.
So, for color, we have to add the radius or the border, anything else like this?
Okay, for the color, there is no need to add any radius. If you want, there is also something called as solid, or transparency. There's a lot of few other things which you can add. Okay. Specifically, when let me show it to you properly. Okay. So for let's say for color specifically, there is also this is used for color specifically, not for background. For color. Hold on. Something like this. Okay. You can use something array. Okay. So what we can do is we can give something like, let's say, or we can give it. I think we can give it here only directly. Still solid. We can give everything in the same line as well. So let's see if this will work. Both of it will work. No issues at all. Okay, no, it's okay, right? So this also will work. There are 3 parameters which you can give. Okay. Usually for border color also you can give for using without that also you can give. There is again it's all about flexibility. Correct. So this is one thing, right? This is for one button. Correct. What I do is now let's go back to the file. Where is that? Is it 2? Yes, 2. Okay. So what I do is I come here and I create a class. Okay. Class, let's say BUT button, or let's say button, BTN button. Same will copy for all the 3 classes. Okay. All the class has the same class name. Yes. Now what I do is, since all the buttons are the same color, okay, I want a little bit of change here. Okay. So what I do is I'll come to the, where is that CSS file? This is the CSS file, right? So what I do is I'll come here, btn, will open close. I will write font family, or let's say font size. Let's say font size I want it around 5 pixels. Yes, I'm gonna unmute it. Yes, Gaurav, tell me. Sorry.
So you have to use .btn.
Oh yes, dot btn. Thank you so much. Yes, it is dot btn. Yes, because it is class. Correct. So font is 5. Okay. So this is wait, font family, not font size. Okay, font size is 5. Okay, so this is what the color I have given. So what I will do is I say that all of the classes have the same thing. I want, let's go to the file again. The file. No, this is not the file. So what I'll do is I'll create another class, another btn1, okay, btn2, btn3. Okay. So what is happening here? I can go back to the CSS again. This will remain same, but I green. Okay. Same thing I'll repeat for btn. Okay, there is no dot. I took dot here as well. Into dot. Down. Say I want one button to be, let's say, blue, one color to be yellow. Okay. Now all of them have the same font size but have different colors. Let's see and check. I've saved it. Is this the file? File. We're using the same thing button and yes, we are. Yeah. So the size has decreased because of we can change the padding. So now one color is green, one is blue, one is yellow. Correct. Now this is how you divide. You can use one class to define, let's say, font family, font size, font, the button size, whatever it is, and you want to change some other elements. For example, in this button, I want for click one, there is some other different things you want. For number two, there's no so many things that you want. So this is how you use different types of class in the same thing. Okay, and also you can use it with a different type of combination. For example, let's say button. Okay, what is this? This is the normal class which all the buttons have, correct? And also all the buttons with also the button which has wait, that will not make any sense. Wait, hold on. So let me go to file again. So this is about button. Yes.
So why to change button to BTN?
This is the class which I've given. This is the class name which I've given.
But we
Okay.
don't change button to BTN, it is also same, no?
Sorry.
If you don't
See.
change button to
Hmm. It
BTN,
is the
it is
same thing. It is the same thing. See, I think I didn't get the point clearly. What I have done is I have given two classes in the same button. Okay. And I am telling for one class, all the buttons will be in the same font or in the same size or the background will be the same thing. But for individual buttons, I want different characteristics. Okay, I want button one to have a bit, a bigger pixel. I want button two to have a little bit of padding here and there. Correct. I want the button three to have different type of font, whatever it is. Right. But for all the class which has the button, the font family will be the same. Okay. I for here I've given font fixed. If I give, let's say, family. Okay, this is one thing. So this is the second thing. So let's say this wait, font size will be, let's say, 10 pixel. This will be 3. Let's make it 20. Let's make this 30. Okay. Save, and we'll go to save. I'll save. And this is the same thing. All the font buttons are the same font family, but only the size I have changed to my liking to that particular class. Correct? That is what's happening here. Same one button will have the same. This is like a parent class. Okay, not really parent class, not even parent class. Okay. This is a common class. This is what will make it individually from one class to another class. Okay. If you want to say that in some other page, in some random page, I will create a button like this. Okay. In some other navigated region. Okay. And I will write button. Okay. And here also I will just right click here. And I'm all inside my all the pages. So what I'll do, I'll come and say equals btn. So now what will happen? All whatever is in the btn class, the family or the font of it will be the same for this button, right? Or if I say, hey, I don't like this particular button class styling here, but I really liked the styling of button number 2. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll say button number 2, right? This button also will have the same thing. This button will also have the same exact thing, right? So this is the flexibility. Again, flexibility. Yes, Gaurav?
Got
Yeah,
it.
got it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got
So this is one thing.
Thanks.
Okay, this is one thing. The next thing is, let's say I want to use, where is the CSS file? Yeah. Next thing is, if I want to use two fonts together, sorry, two classes together, how will I do it? Let's go back to the file first. Let me repeat a few of the things here. Okay. This is the section which I'm going to copy. Copy 1, copy 2. Okay. And I'm going to divide it. Say, let's say this is class C set 1, sorry, set 2, and this is also class set 1. Okay. So now this is a different class. This is a different class. Okay. If I want to use the same styling for both the classes, how will I do it? Either you can say dot, what's the class name? Set 1. Okay. You can write like something like this: font family equals sans serif. Okay, this is the font family which I have given. Okay. And for the set 2 also, I can just copy paste this and write correct. For like this also, I can just copy paste and write. But you can also do it in this manner: set 1 dot set 2. Okay. Now both the classes, okay, will have the same styling here. Either you can divide it and write, or write it in the same line through the dot without giving any space. Yes, Gaurav?
Yeah, they have used dot and comma.
No, not needed. You can use dot dot.
Okay.
Not needed. Let me show it. Comma, I'll show you why. You're saying it. This is not the one. Where is the output? Yeah. So same. I think it's not pasted. Hold on. I have saved here. Let's go to the file and save. Same styling will come both of things. Okay. Again, we haven't really added any styling. Let's add some styling and maybe some pixels, or maybe a color which is noticeable. Let's say, yeah, let's keep it blue or beige. No, aqua. Yes, somebody has texted something. We'll have to go to the
Sir,
yes.
you were just saying about the buttons and other things. Like packages or something for using the higher end button structures or any graphic related things.
Okay, so there is something called as Bootstrap. Okay, I'll cover probably this week. Okay,
Okay, sir.
that is where you'll get all the stylings, whatever extensions. Extensions is not really what you want. The
Okay.
way you're using CSS is what you want, and
Okay.
through Bootstrap, it will make your CSS life way easier.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that is what there is no need of extension as per se, but the only extension you will need to run it is the live server. I think I had explained it in the beginning also.
Okay.
Few people had not downloaded, I believe. So here you go to extensions, type in live server. It's already installed for me, so it will just show as installed. See, this is the one what I'm talking about. It's already installed for me. For
Okay.
you, you install it. That is more than enough. No more
Okay, sir.
extensions needed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get back where were we? Yeah. So we can use this type of combinations. Okay. Dot set family and aqua, right? So font color is what we said, or font, let's say font color. This is the font color. Yeah, this is it. Save here. Let's go back to the file and three. Save. Okay. So color change. Let's add dark color. Yes. Yes.
And this is like font size instead of font family. And the same
Mhm.
and use the same pixel for both of
You're talking about here or here?
in set ones.
Set one. Haha.
We can we write separately set one and give the same font size for both of the
Yes.
sets?
Yes, you can do that. That's what I showed, no? You can do this. This is what you're asking, right? Like this. This is what you're asking, I believe. Like this. Is this it?
Can we use font size and font family?
Okay. Font family is the type of font you want to use. Size is just how big on how small. I hope you understand the difference between size and font family. Okay, a family, font family is like different styles of handwriting is there. The font size is how big you want to write or how small you want to write. Okay, yeah. So this is the difference. You have to give both. You have to give font size here also. Font size to different. This is the font one in my particular thing. Not that it's too big. So you have to the fonts and font family. They're two different things. Okay, it's not the same. The same thing. What we can define different parameters. For example, I think I showed you here. Let's say border color. Okay, not border color. Okay, let's try border color. I think I talked about this also. Border, um, 4 pixels. Okay, then I gave small. Then I gave color, if you remember. Correct, like this. And I submit. So what is this? These are different parameters of the same thing. Okay, this is possible. When there are more parameters, you can definitely give. But if you give the same font, you cannot give the same different. Okay. So border size is coming. It's solid or opaque. Okay. Or if you want whatever, usually it is already taken as black. It should be black. Okay. Now font thing is from the color is taken here. So let me. This is font. But let's remove this as well. Okay, so we can do this. Okay, or can do the same thing just by copying it like this. Oh, looks like very nice. We need a comma. I think we should be able to wait just for no. You should be able to do it. Okay, now it's coming. Yeah. So this is different such. Let me. Okay. Okay. There's people are coming in just 5 minutes of the class.
Sir, you have used set to 2 times.
Yeah. Hold on. यहाँ पे भी है, यहाँ पे भी है ना. That is your problem. Okay. Let me put it like this. Okay.
So now you can use comma or dot.
Wait.
Anything. Sir.
The thing is, you should be able to use a dot also without any problems. I'm not sure why this is coming. So what I mean is, like Gaurav said, comma is needed and it will be shown. But I'm saying without the comma, with just the dot also you can use. But it's not showing. I'll get back to this. Why this is the thing? Okay. So this is
Sir, can you remove dot and only keep comma? We can see the output.
dot. If you remove the dot, then it will no longer be a class. Okay,
Sir,
you're telling like this, like this,
yeah.
na? See, the
Yes.
reason we are giving dot is to say that it's a class. If you remove the dot, now it becomes an element. Is there an element called as set2?
Okay.
No,
Sir,
na?
we can see the output, sir.
Yeah, I'll show you the output.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the output.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, if you're putting it, let's say you're putting it for something like button, not even button. What is the elementor? Let's say header. For a header, you're putting it. Okay, now because it's an elementor, sorry, it's an element, you don't need a dot. Okay, you don't need a dot function. It will automatically work. For what? For the whole header. The whole header will change now. Yeah, the whole header will come into the same color.
Got it.
Yes. Okay. So this is for the header, and this is how you use multiple classes or multiple types of selectors. Yeah, here we go. So this is something. Yeah, actually, there is a way where you can use just like this. Okay. Right now it's working with the comma. So this is how you can use different types of selectors. If you want, say that you have an ID here. Let's say some ID you have used. Now, what is the beginner for ID? If you want to use an ID, you have to use hashtag ID. Correct? Hashtag ID name, basically. Right? Like this also you can use. You can use an ID name and a class and a elementer like this header. Okay, that means I don't think we have defined any ID here, have we? Yeah, we have let's say ID2. Is there ID2? Okay, there is definitely ID6. We used ID7. Let's take ID7 here and make it. Let's go to, let's say for ID7. Okay, it's showing. We can give ID7 for some reason. I think we have taken some other IDs also. No? We have ID. Okay, no email. Okay, let's take this. Okay, probably because it's within the button. But again, there is no point if we can't do it. Let's see. Okay. So now both the ID and a selector and a element is being used with the same font and with the same color. Correct? Let's save this and see. Inside this also the same color. This is also same color, and the heading is also same color. The header is the which is in the normal element. This is a CSS. Sorry, this is a class, and this is a normal element. Sorry, my bad. I think this is an ID. Correct? ID is being used here. Class is being used here. Header is being used here. All of them have the same font and color because we have set it using the same font. Correct? Just like this. You can do it like this also individually, or you can club it together and use it with the same element. Okay. Until here, any doubts? I think we are also running out of time. Any 5 10 minutes? Add padding. Okay. Okay, I'll add padding, Bram. Let's cover that as well, and we'll end the class. Any questions? Yes, Gaurav.
So how to put a button in action?
Action. Okay, I'll show that. Add some padding. Let's add some padding to the button. So what are all things you can add to a button? First of all, let's go to the biggest button, and so that everybody can see easily. Okay, let's see. You can add first width. Okay, the width of it. Let's say the width is around 30 pixels. Okay, then we have also height. Inheritance. Actually, 30 is very small. Let's say 30 is more than enough, I guess, for the button. It's all the same thing. Now this is a square. Okay. Also, we can add in padding. Padding will be around, let's say, 10 pixels. Okay. Now, also, let's say we want the margin. There is something called as margin. Okay. Margin is also around 10 pixels, 10 pixels or 15 pixels. Whatever it is. Okay. What else? Um, this must be order. Let's say it's size and make it solid. So what button three, correct? Go back to four. Let's button three. See that the sub. It's out of bound. We have added the whole thing. Wait, fix this. I think we have to reduce the size. Reduce the font size to 5. Okay, let's actually not do this for button. Okay, let's do the same exercise for, let's say, a small area, a box. Okay, let me. Okay, let's do it for button only. Let's do it and see. We have to just decrease this, decrease this. This is taking up too much. Let's bring it down to, say, 7 pixels. 7 pixels. We'll bring this down to 3. Padding, let it be. Margin, let it be. And let the border be. Let's see what is the output. We are getting it very, very small. I think let's make it into rectangular. Let's not make it. Let's make the width pixels. Save. No. Okay, instead of pixels, let's put percentage and see. Put in percentage. And yes, what I'm doing is, unfortunately, all of you should be doing this, because it will take a lot of back and forth, seeing what will work, what will not work. See, now the font is very small. So let's increase the font. Let's say 10. Let's keep the font 10. Now it's going to be proper, right? So what exactly is happening? Okay, the padding also, let's say, let's keep it in pixels so that everything is organized. Yes. Sorry.
अगर आप क्रोम में जाओगे और या फिर जो भी ब्राउजर इसमें
I'm sorry, Niharika, आपका voice थोड़ा muffled आ रहा है. It is not proper. Maybe you can put it in chat box or try to clear your mic.
अभी आ रहा है सर?
Yes, अभी आ रहा है, बोलिए.
मैं बोल रही थी जैसे अभी हमको बार बार ये चेंज करना पड़ रहा है, तो उसकी जगह पे आप इसको इंस्पेक्ट में जाके भी कर सकते हैं. ये मार्जिन और पैडिंग वगैरह सेट, वो इजी हो जाता है.
हाँ. So yes, what she's saying is go to inspect. यहाँ पे जाके आप यही बोल रहे हो ना, यहाँ पे you can directly inspect करके, right? So you can do this also. Okay, the reason I'm going back and forth is because I want want to be it in the code. That's it. अगर मैं यहाँ पे refresh करूँगा तो it will all go away. Correct? So that is the reason I'm just like, let's come
But
here.
हम
Inspect.
वहां से चेक कर सकते हैं ना कितना हमको चाहिए, फिर उसको कॉपी कर लो, and that will be easier.
Same thing. Yes, you are right. Both we can do either through here or there. So not an issue. Let's try. Let's try here only. If you're saying padding, then okay. So first of all, the font is very small. Excuse me. Okay. So the font is going to 15%. No, it's too small. Let's say pixels itself. I think padding is where everything is going. Let's make the padding 0. Okay, padding is the issue here. Okay, padding, I think we have given too much. Let's give padding around 5%. More than enough. Yeah, padding, if you give padding is what? So what is padding? What is margin? We'll talk about just a minute. Let me give it pixels. Yeah, this is much better. Okay. And pixels, yes. Margin is okay. Margin is also pixels. Okay. So let this be. Let's see what's happening though. Okay. So now, what exactly? Let's go down here. This will explain us much better. Okay. So first of all, what are we using? We are using the font size. We are using the width. We are using the height, padding, margin, and border. Correct. These are the different types of attributes we are using within the button, element or the class. Now, if you want to write anything that is into text, correct? That is text size, text font size, font family, what type of color you want for the font, right? All of that will come under font. Now, where is the font here? This inside whatever you're saying, right? 157.9 into 15, right? This is where the text will come in. That is the font. Okay. Next is the padding. Padding is inside the button only, but a little bit of inside, within the button there is a little column, correct, for the text to show. That is what we call as padding. Okay, and border is right at the end, correct. This is the border. Margin is everything outside the button. Okay. For example, we used when we used BR, right, and all the buttons came down. The reason I didn't want to is because we had to, if we had increased the margin, then it would have looked much better. Okay, I'll show that also maybe probably next class. Okay, so this is what a padding will be doing, or the width and height is basically, width is the horizontal, sorry, yeah, horizontal, height is the vertical, right? And we can use 3 parameters, or actually 4 parameters. What are the parameters? I'll tell you here. First is the percentage, okay, which I have used here. Second is the pixel, okay, and third is the third is what, let's say font size. Let's say font size. Font size, I can also use either 10 percentage, or I can use 10 EM. Okay, now what is EM? Okay, EM is basically 2 pixels. I think if you give two EMs, I think it's 10 or 2 EMs, I'm not sure. So 1 EM is around, I think, 10 or 2 pixels. Let me bring that. Okay, you can use EM, or you can also use REM. Okay, you can, these are the 4 parameters which you normally use. I use all these 2. EMs is something which I use very rarely. Okay, and REM is also something which I don't use much. Okay, so REM is something which can help you. This can help you with the hierarchy. If you want the REM to be set, and you don't want any other EM to be, if you are using EM somewhere else, right? But if you are using REM somewhere else, now REM will dominate and EM will not dominate. Okay, so only for the hierarchy you will use REM and EM. Otherwise, you will use either pixel or percentage. Okay, and what is percentage? Percentage is basically for the device. What is for that device? what is the percentage of in a button will be occupied, it will automatically select is what you use in the percentage column. Okay. Also, for the padding, for the margin, there is left padding, right padding, top and bottom paddings. We'll look at that later on. Okay. So there is left, right, top and bottom padding, margin, borders, right? All of this, there are whole concepts. The four corners also you can change as you want. Okay. And in the next class, we look at how to make the button, round buttons, how to add a little bit of, other types of elements inside the button, right? So all this we'll look at in the next class. Okay. Yes. Also, I think government. Wait, Gautam, you had asked some question also, right?
Yes, sir. Gaurav.
Yeah, Gaurav, right? Yes, Gaurav. You have asked. You had asked the question.
How to put a button in that action?
Button in an action. Oh, the action, right? How to? Okay, we'll do that in next class. That's it takes some while to explain. Okay, you have sent it. Yeah, we'll do that in next class. Okay, it's already passed a little while. So, any other questions? For today's class, I'll take it. Any other questions, guys? Any questions? Can I add padding margin easily by? Yes, Niharika. Yes, you are right. We can do it. Manoj says thumbs up. Pratik thumbs up. All right. Bhaskar, Satvik. All right. Yes, sure. I'll check it out. Meghana, Divas, Niharika, okay, Maulyashri, Meghana, Ibrahim. All right. Any other questions, sir? Yes. Okay. Oh God. Yes, Rahul. Thank you so much for reminding me. Unfortunately, we don't have the time. I'll give you the small, very, very small brief about the first project you'll get. Okay. So first project I have, that means I currently have two wireframes with me. Okay. For the project work, I have two wireframes. Now, what is wireframe? It is basically how the website backbone should be like. Okay. How the backbone should be like for the HTML site. So first website, I will give it to you as soon as possible. Okay. That means there is a small assignment for all of you. Okay. Regarding HTML, I'll give one small assignment for all of you where you can easily do it and you can submit it to me. Okay. So this is the small project which I want all of you to do. This will be given on 30th. Okay, right after Bakrid, the 30th class, that is on Friday, I will give you the project work or the assignment. It's not really a project, it's an assignment. Okay, you can consider it into a project because in the later on you'll be adding it to that only. Okay. Okay. Oh,
Sir, we all
mhm.
we all have the same project, sir, or assignment,
Okay,
or
there is,
different.
yes, this is the assignment. Yes, for assignment everything will be the same. Okay, for project work I'll give you the choice. Okay, so this is the framework which I'm giving you for just an HTML static page assignment. Simple as that. Okay, small assignment will be given, everything will be there, you just have to make the website using that wireframe. That's it. Okay, and it's very basic. It's not that hard if you know how to use it. Okay. Yogita says, yes, yes. Okay. So guys, what I'll do is I'll send the classroom link just immediately. Okay. Within 5 minutes of this class, I'll send you the link. Check your emails. Okay. All of you check your emails. You will get the link immediately. Okay. Okay. Yes. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Saurabh, all right. All okay. Okay, guys. If you have any questions, please stay back. I have a little work. Okay. So if you have any questions, please stay back or you can leave. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. This was the class for today. I hope you learned a little bit more on CSS today. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of thumbs ups. Yes, thank you so much, guys. Morashi, Varamalakshmi, Durgesh, Sandeep, Durgesh. All right, thank you. Shama Sharif, Muhammad Ibrahim. Okay, Girish Shankar. Okay, good. Any other question, guys? Please, I'll be here for 1 minute more. And right after this class, you'll get the link. Okay. Navya. Okay, I can stop sharing this.